Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
President Mahama Yere Eye Lordina Mahama, as usual, the track record in politics, human Eye service, Eye Obia Wabua Ghana in her service, public and private. Ode John Mahama Esin Chenya. Lordina Mahama Nkwe Juma Waye endorse MPP as a political party from Kufuor to Eye Bawumia. Mamin kan biem. Uyi John Mahama Sinchen ne Kwame Nkrumah Sinchen. Lordina Mahama hospitals ne clinics are wesi wo Ghana no. Endorse chen Kufuor ene Kufuor ne Bawumia hospitals omosi. Ejebo Ejasa Bedu Lordina Mahama to hand over maternity and children's ward to Karachi East. Wasa ababiem or the another hospital ebe Karachi East for or ba hand over sa hospital no. The first lady Lordina Mahama John Dramani Mahama yere asesi maternity ward fufro kronji vim clean or the ebe mamo se eho ena monko wo enje mo ho enje mo mba. John Mahama na yere Lordina Mahama eba Karachi East maternity and children's ward no or the bottom sika esi through the Lordina Mahama Foundation no munhia mo na omumbia no maka kire mo. Samira Bawumia nani bring to me. Samira Bawumia be second lady. The oye say otam Ghana sika efu plane echo India. Oti Ghana ene one asofo small boys twempena. Na one ne twempena na Samira downfo. Ama ene one Samira ne wuche intem teteye no. Enu he munim de ba. Enti Samira Bawumia mon kan chan say owu no koba na obadwene first lady ho na memeti ase. Onyankopon eti ase. Onya first lady ndida. Enti Lordina Mahama One eye nikunu John Dramani Mahama through the Lordina Foundation, Lordina Mahama Foundation no omo kwa kobie maternity and children's ward ewo eye Karachi East wo area ho nyina munhia eye Lordina Mahama ewo Karachi East na onyankopon dimu okokroko onyankopon otonsuo sebio odoye no omwa na dwumade we enkoso pepepe onyame enhira so na onyame ento eye omo a omo yi bibi from bottom emasa dwumade we ekoso nyame enhira nyame enhira me momianko tie eye Mahmoud Bawumia abra na otwa eye nursing training college students for Atro 2024 so omonkotoma no na abayiwa kitikiti bi kokoro so no kremoni ba ne ne biebusa se abantie Bawumia ukachro me akwara ebi ni fie matena school mu ha de bia wonam na oka chenkofo se wetua alawa untua ye ehọ na Bawumia beka se oh ende me ba be free finance minister na alawa na yentua na yetua Mahmoud Bawumia wo ditro oye nipa bi onka no kure. This is Bawumia in 2024.
So we have to follow people who have vision. We don't have to follow people who think in terms of impossibilities. We think in terms of possibilities. When my opponent was in government, he abolished the nursing training allowances. And we said, we will restore the nursing training allowances. And we have restored the nursing training allowances. Can you trust my opponent with nursing training allowances? You cannot.
Ubodi Nawabo school. Then you ask your question. Then we go 4 questions, and His Excellency is ready to answer all your questions.
My name is Abdulalim Jaria, an NSC student from Tëårs NMTC. The question I want to ask is, when are we getting Alawa? Since I started my school, since first year, I've not gotten Alawa until now, and I'm in my last semester now. And some of us are not being able to pay our school fees. Next week like this, we'll be writing our exams. Those who who will not be able to pay their fees will be sacked. They wouldn't be allowed to write exams. So if the Alawa were given to us, they would have been able to pay their fees. So my question is, when are we getting Alawa?
Thank you. Question I know what to say. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, these are the questions from the youth of Bono East region. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those questions. I think the first question had to do with when we are getting alawa for our district. So I think that is a question I will take to the Ministry of Finance. I wasn't sure of where you were with your alawa, but I think that I will check with the Ministry of Finance immediately I return, and I will make sure that they pay you your alawa if it has not been paid.
Well, kind of great. I buy you a kitty with the unit to say, Ujina has sa obaeno na John Mahama mu echa alawam. We all know John Mahama in 2015, 2016 did not cancel alawa. MPP beye campaign chantro se alawa no omu betua. Aba you catch us, Mr. President. My betina school 4 years. Obia mami alawa. Se mi ditra nkremoni ba onye. O say Mr. President. Also person sabe di president. My betina school mo me last semester ni. Mintia alawa bia metom accounts. Me ma me papa na tete omo room. Bawumia je mic na asam ne krampo de se eyi meka cha finance minister. Me make sure say yentua walawa na ye walawa no ube ye betua ma. The same Bawumia ubusa ne say na onka ho ne take decisions in government or say da abi. E-levy now can only take decisions or say that abi. Bawumia DDEP now can only take decisions. And so to regional state catcher will be say, oh, I will make sure I will talk to finance minister. Who was the finance minister then? It was Ken Oforiatta. It was Aye Grace Jones. It was Amin Adams. Jimmy Fono. These were people Bawumia was controlling. Intimikacho say Mahmoud Bawumia was the one controlling Ken Oforiatta. Now ask yourself, why hasn't Bawumia spoken about the Ken Oforiatta matter? Because only Ken Oforiatta the bok no. The same Bawumia will turn around and tell you, in the government, I did not have power. I was a mate. I was Jimmy. My president was a fool. I was sitting at the back. Nobody respected me because me a tenny. But he was standing on stage telling young Ghanaians, young nurses, young students that I am going to make sure the finance minister pays you. And their power now what to make the finance minister pay. It means you were controlling the government. Why didn't you tell the young girl that, you know something, I am going to plead with the president. I am going to try and plead with the president to take that decision. But Bawumia told the little girl, Bawumia catch moment to want to say, I will talk to the finance minister and make sure you are paid. Kwasi ampenyi, omo ba no meka yesa Bawumia de, otia ban mu no, no obi aka se obi antio, no ejimi, Bawumia kwa da moko cabinet no omo mfre no. And so Bawumia was standing on stage telling us he is directing the finance minister what to do. And now you see the MPP. They pick and choose. They are very foolish. Andrea McCamey, I don't know. They have a magic of discovering foolish people. And that is the strength of the NPP. So a political party on this platform that has the technique, the strength, the ability to always discover foolish people, it is the NPP. Every year, I'm going to discover about 10. Also, so much discover. They discover every year. And sometimes you ask yourself, how do they do it? I know MPP got talent and I said, I know no say MPP got talent for fools. Not audition, not because every year they come up with new group of foolish people. And that is what we have been saying. MPP got talent. Their discovery, their skill and the technique they use in discovering fools every time. It amazes me. Enti, John Mahama, I catch the nurse for say, I have restored alawa and the nursing training college for Nina, Obia alawa has been restored. Oma, I can't a daho for alawano, and this yaban etianina. Nurse for student, almost school, almost per se, almost nursing training college. Almost first year, almost fees in aban absorb it. Why not be Jina Bontina catch a Ghana for say? John Mahama can say, first year, tertiary institution, public tertiary institutions, aban betia a first year fees. Why not because a minor yet? John Mahama deliver.
For enrollment onto the payroll. Over the past year, 13,500 nurses and midwives, along with hundreds of doctors and pharmacists, have been absorbed into the public payroll. Nursing trainee allowances have been regularized and restored. Application fees have been reduced, and the no-fee stress initiative introduced to ease access to training has been extended. Service conditions are being implemented to boost morale and retention. Looking ahead, government will expand recruitment and take necessary action to add more health workers onto the payroll. We will also correct the maldistribution of health workers through targeted incentives for health workers who agree to serve in underserved areas. Let me use this opportunity to appeal to our gallant health workers to accept postings to our underserved areas, seeing as it is a national call to duty, while we work to ensure that they have an enabling environment to do their work. Mr. Speaker, we will also scale up specialist and advanced nursing training to match the country's changing disease profile. New post-basic nursing programs in cardiology, nephrology, endocrinology, and oncology will be introduced. While the two existing ones, emergency and critical care nurses, will be scaled up. At least 30 nursing training institutions will transition to competency-based degree curriculums, supported by new scholarship opportunities for PhD level training for nurses and allied health professionals.
Brofono, eno, mema oyemushisho, yenitini yeteha, mibejujo mama. John Dramani Mahama, Sebio, President of the Republic of Ghana 1, and President of the Republic Ghana 2.0, ayeme. Mibejuja, the President Kan Munina Achero, or say, eba nursing, midwives, pharmacists, doctors for Honsama, or say, and they or Kensimupi. So obi our counter reaction be anasa obwa nipa nemra na onfa a counter documents metre or say so far midwives, doctors, pharmacists, nurses for for more Ghana obedi president no 13,500 omu nyina aban afọ mo dwuma or say omo ka no aban air provision to make sure say omo nyam for mo kra no ombe for mo asoso na odi nkomo no or say eba application fee first na nipa bi eto ediko pe eye ejuma ana nursing school or say yateso or say na buy na teso because we want to say people need to be able to access to buy the application into application na anwene ne sia ne board din no and or pegana ni mana be gina TV so aka say John Mahama boa yenti application so or say yati application so also aka say no say bibia e friend no eye fee stress na aban ede buy no say na nkofo a omuko school eye aban school tertiary institution first year omuntia fees no say every nursing training college student bia or Ghana enda or ko aban nursing training college bia no and the first year aban afaka no or say munyina munim se saade no ekoso eyade a aban na etua saka no or kasa no say omo ba bebie eye recruitment on be expand the recruitment nurse for no ye bebiem na omo for more because so far over 13,500 omotumafa na ebi mo ho a omunyam for omo and ohye Ghana for bo say ombefa omo ho no na ode adesre bi eto Ghana for enim o say osre eye yenuanom nurse for doctors midwives any omo ye eye den eye apomdin adwuma ne say ye do koto baby na se bio weni nje ho kura e wo se oti ase se eye Ghana na ye nyina ye chichiri na o se na aban no e de bibia friend incentives ade a eye akono se ne bio se bio yakase obi enko eye mimi kroma yodo ana me mami krom denu enko ye nurse ho ana pharmacist sa nipa no aban de bibi ba ebema nani agimpo se obekọ ho nti ebia pay a ye de mankofo no omo de kakra beka ho ebia allowance bia nkofo agi no omo de kakra beka ho say na aban through eye the health minister eye minta akando no omo e de sanyobo nyina esisie ni na sebio eba posting na Ghana for nurse for doctors any omo maka omo pese ye bedi omo beko Ghana for ni nyina no obi abenya kuma pa edi akodi dwuma na okasa na o say nursing trainee allowance no o say na aban a restore na yeti krom ha ena Mahamudu Bawumia o person obedi president ekoye campaign ena abayu a one nursing training college or starting school yentia na allowed man da enso na Bawumia gina nanim etwa akora ne tro say yetia o allowance na se utie Bawumia anokasa or say they were going to restore the allowance whilst he had not restored it. And the John Mahama said, well, restore allowance. No? And the nursing training college student be able to say, na allowance in the John Dramani Mahama, Okasa Efa Ora, Homomianko, the John Mahama Ekaye.
Of our commitment to good governance and accountability and the prudent management of public resources. Mr. Speaker, we've made progress through strengthening collaboration among law enforcement agencies, financial intelligence institutions, and prosecutors. These efforts have led to initiation of criminal proceedings and asset forfeiture proceedings against some individuals and entities implicated in financial crimes against the state. But yes, I agree with the sentiments of Ghanaians that we must press harder on this accelerator. As of December 2025, IOCO has recovered more than 600 million Ghana cedis. The office has investigated 462 cases, with 15 currently under prosecution. It has dismantled transnational carjacking syndicates and has recovered 29 luxury vehicles that were stolen. Mr. Speaker, the government remains resolute that corruption will not be tolerated, regardless of status or political affiliation. The Attorney General's office will continue to use both criminal prosecution and non-conviction-based assets recovery mechanisms to ensure that stolen public resources are returned for national development. Mr. Speaker, I understand that a large majority of Ghanaians are impatient to see those who abuse their public trust in office held to account. Mr. Speaker, there were periods when, under military regimes and unconstitutional governments, extrajudicial means could be used to exact retribution against persons perceived as corrupt or who had abused the mandate given to them by the people. Mr. Speaker, this may have appeared as swift justice, but many regrettable excesses were recorded. In 1992, we overwhelmingly adopted the 1992 Constitution to accept governance by the rule of law. On 7th January, when I swore the oath of office before the people of Ghana, I swore to uphold the 1992 Constitution. I may be as impatient as everyone else to see justice done, but painstaking investigations must be conducted, dockets must be prepared, charges must be filed, and the accused must have their day in court, including appealing even on the smallest point of law to higher courts. This process is necessary to protect us all against abuse or ill treatment of citizens, and to ensure that only those guilty of offenses against the state are punished. As President Mills of blessed memory said, he said, and I quote, "The wheels of justice grind slowly, but they grind exceedingly fine." Mr. Speaker, let me reassert my determination to uphold the accountability of public office holders to the people of Ghana.
President Mahama Ekasano say, "We are Ghana ni obie ni Ghana ni buefu when it comes to say ope accountability chain or no." Or say, "We are Ghana ni ono say Ghana ni ono kra de o she obo say obi a wafa esika edibia no obe make sure say sankofo no sebio omo a omo di ye bone a ye wongyina so no omo nyina atwe oma so." O say Ghana for enti ase so ubuofu anadwi na wo hwe no anase ubuofu enda no pa na wo hwe na ni buofu chen no say yemfa ebufuo empam ntontom abra wo si wo hwe ho yemfa ebufuo empam ntontom abra o si wo hwe ho ni nyina de opeso ka kire Ghana fo nyina ne se o se mom ye ti ase se emra eya de bi a sebio ende endi wa adwene be o se yemfa kotikwan bia so ne mfa ndi obi na de on wasua every eye politics ene nyansa kakra wo nyane nyina ne se oni Professor Mills nantie no Professor Mills ka sembi o se emra ewa abotre enya abotre ena sebio enyam ade na de emra eye ne se emra start se enyam ade a enyam no fiko. It is all about all of us understanding say ye pese ye de emra ne di djuma na ye hodi omo a omo di ye krono abo ye krono edi adwirum ye twe omo so a ye nyina ye nya saa abotre no na emra no endi ne djuma pepepe ewom se ye nyina ye pentam ono na ye president obi ani wa ogi hit ne chen no o hye ye bo o se obeso ka che Ghana for say emra no wo a eye adwuma ne de se echechechechechecha adiko edwoma echechechechecha gabi o kire da ko ofe ne to a echechechechecha akukọ ebenum nsuo o se de osia wo Professor Mills ho efa amamuo ene sebio akontabuo ho ne se yebu akonta na sebio o penentem se yemu a aya na wura fi ho se ebia na okena ho ne gina nim intima akontabuo no nya pepepe krojen se ne beya debi no obi ngina bebi nka se ye kan ne kasabo ahye ne yem obi raise objection or court I will say my court ni di juma raise take care of the objection but I say eba eyedian akuntabuo say ya twi nipa bi aso ono ni bu ofu chen but mama ye nyina ntia say kebi ma menka bi ne atimi as far as the court no ho attorney general investigations ye di nipa bi akogina emrana no no o hye Ghana form bo say che ye den a akokọ benum nsuo enti ende all kasa no say yoko has recovered more than 600 million cedis. Some who be brainamunim. Menoka say, Yoko, Sebio, Jomahama, Baya, almost started you mujumedino. Chronobia nipebia bo, ka nipebia ria, nyomebia nipayano, sumase, omobushia for politicians, being a politician, sika or pepe 600 million Ghana cedis, and then the Yoko enyama Ghana. Or say, a baswa, and the Yanomoka say, ana onomoka say, en sama eda pono so a omu hwehwem nipa bi ho akoka adwam a yetoto oma no de oma kogina court no it is about 462 cases o say ye kase ya ogina eye parliament ene wudi nkomo a ne bufuo e wosoro nanso sebio we nya abotira o pai de wankasa wani no o say eye ensam ana court cases a nipa edu magina eye de court no a ye di oma sam sisia no nipa 15 cases ene wo court sisia 15 cases are omu nyina no efa eye de court mram osa kasa no say eye yoko nipa bia na omu botuo ejeje cars efa eye koti kwan so efra brochire ba Ghana ene Ghana ha nyina cars be 29 sebi obronika say luxury cars ya body boa etumi se ebusua dan 500 no o say omo tumi agibe 29 o say o ka kire Ghana for say eye oman na otimu no se ubu ofu ani bu ofu chen nanso yentumi fa ni bre enye eni hahan ne de kwa prenkins ma fie nti o se nyina nya abotre na de bia no eba odi beja ne se Professor Milson ni di dwuma edidi nsawoso a osua ne nantiem no o se wuyi eye de eta na se wo de nyam eye moko e wo da eboba so a sebio wunya abotre na wo nyam a obedwin se moko no enyam ntam na wunya abotre na wo nyam ne kakra moko no ebe fiko John Mahama Sama Okafa prosecutions Ghana and so enono. Now, President Edin Komobi Efa gold board.
By formalizing gold exports, we have reduced smuggling, we have increased recorded exports in the artisanal and small-scale mining sector from 63.6 tons to 103 tons. And we've channeled that foreign exchange into our economy. Mr. Speaker, when the cedi stabilizes, imported inflation falls, businesses can plan better, and household incomes improve. Mr. Speaker, as global uncertainty grows, it is necessary for us to reduce our country's exposure to external shocks, break the cycle of economic downturns, and safeguard our macroeconomic stability. Just last Wednesday, 25th February 2026, the Minister for Finance presented the Ghana Accelerated National Reserve Accumulation Policy to this House. Mr. Speaker, this policy seeks to strengthen our country's external resilience by increasing our international reserves to 15 months of import cover by the end of 2028, supporting long-term structural transformation while safeguarding macroeconomic stability. Mr. Speaker, it is forecast that gold prices will remain high over the next 3 years. And so this presents us with a unique opportunity to build an economic war chest to withstand any global economic shocks, to secure our macroeconomic stability and improve the standards of living of our citizens and build a lasting prosperity for future generations. By formalizing gold exports, we have reduced smuggling, we have increased recorded exports.
Mr. President, take us on a bibi for gold board. I say, Ghana for Oba abecheche gold in Sensemu so achiremo. I say, eba gold and the Ghana yetumi and sasi a book. Eka se gold way ye dia yetumi etu ye a kwan paso etumi enya free mu enya sika free mu as Ghana for no. Yabetu gold no or so mobile no na omo about 63 tons of gold pen and wo. See ekasi ye ton na nya sika bia and because of the gold board buyer or the samije mfitu ano sebio omo toto nyama ekeka nyama sieni ehun se Chinese for wiaye India for wiaye ye be stop illegal mining ye be bo ye ni ankasa egudie ho ban e de emra enhyehyeye ene sikasam toto ye papa abetare ho no o say ye tumi move from 63 tons to 103 tons and me na oka say sa sika ni nyina abaye Ghana sika anything a gold board etumi making over $10 billion in just a year. I see, and so I said, you all catch a Ghana for the say, but a yet Ghana gold, moons and summer, and ya pass embra, ya she embra, sebio, and the gold, no, ya di bibe sie, yen chirimba, ebeba, abewus the gold in the buho. Na embrana, oma, ya she endra, our parliament, by 2 days ago, no, the embrana by Nana say, ya gold, no, ya could do in Pensobia. Aban bia obebebia no bebia gold ne da no ontumi ton ema ne enkosi ase se yaka se 20 tons da wo ho a 20 tons ene de aban bia ne obetuma ba ka se sa gold wo de nsa bom enti wahemra se yebebo ye gold ne ho ban sebio de ewo ho a ewo se yetumi ton de ade hihye ekuro no ye de ye schools ye de ye kwan ye de hye economy ni mu no ene de yebetumi na emra beda wa just a gold no e was say yetumi tabo no to baby a yentumi ndi gold no nkopem a sebio yebekọ yenchiri masikemu into see sanyoma we nyina na oye because on the obi anim sebi ote or buyer or the Esla buyer or the contingency fund buyer or the a lot of fund buyer and the menoka say Mahama case ewo and the yare kwankro and nipa bebre entumi nko wontumi fa health insurance entumi enko no and the oko Mahama case obo obia da ko ene nkofo no yare ni surgery akese sika over 12 billion de guma omode eboa Ghana fo a omode ko yare kwankro into John Mahama no his life has always been about being proactive and thinking about tomorrow into gold in and someone na or say and yenya gold yetumi to gold yebo ho ban ye de kwan paso to gold esie gold make sure say obi ntumi mbewia na yesu ntumi nkowie obi no or say sa gold no opese ebi ka ho ma ye nchiri ma no beto na eno ankasa so etumi build a mbre bi a ebedu a gold ehu akọ atwe no ye betumi akọ akọfa bi aton age ye nananom into say he is thinking ahead as today ayenya gold nda ye ton bia ye de bi ye Ghana no ono so mpese gold ni nyade ensa bebom o de mra ya shembra parliament a sa gold ye de tabona to baby a ye ntumi ndi enkom e ho de ye duru ase ye nananom dia in the next 20-30 years no eno na wo so omo so e de bo ekuru hu de bra enti John Mahama ma Ghana fo ati ase se o chichiri man no na oman no enka ye oman no embebunu oman no sebio ya dehia ye nya wo mo kura no omo so woni tirim enti gold a ye nya no o de mbraba ye de bi to ho ye sie bi aban bi antumi banka se me de me yakufo ado me de me Samira me na me pe gold me wia gold akọ Chad me wia gold de akọ India me wia gold abi ontumi fa nsanka gold because ye de aba parliament abeshembra. Now John Mahama can send me efa airport ho. Now I say government to begin work on new regional airport in Sunyane, Bolga and Wa. I say aban na aban we or catch Ghana for say omo tenase omo yen hyehyeye ye ba be airport ewo Sunyane. Omo eba aba be airport ewo Bolga Tanga and Wa. Sunyane airport en sheda nsuani John Mahama hu ni se osi ye ni yie nti Sunyane Bolga ene wa no or the airport ebe ko ho e ma sebio e ho so akwantuo ene nsawoso nti ebedum pempenso bi companies a mo be ko ho no mega say okay se me ko be company wo wa metuma bankran within 2-3 hours metuma bankran within 1 hour metuma bankran within 30 minutes nti sa nyoma ne eboa companies investors world class companies etumi di omusika be she okurum because source of transportation no very important into say Sunyane Wa any Bolga and the omo da tokrata so a omo so eba benya airport krojin dan soko plane betume tu efri nkran ebetume tu efri Kumasi akọ Wa akọ Bolga and ebi so asako Sunyane proper ama Sunyane for omo nyina so and Ghana ye nyina ya chichira bom osaka ensem bi efa eye university so ho o say Ghana for government is going to establish 3 new technical universities to strengthen skill development, enhance innovation, and support national industrialization effort. Menoka say, Oko eye John Abujinapo Kuruma, Oko ha, Ubonse, Omuyeden, Omusi University ho, eno eye granta, eye Chinese for the Maya, Yedisi, eye university. Or say, or catch Ghana for say, or Saba besi 3 modern universities, ewa Ghana ha. Senebeya technical university a betuma boa ye maburu na omo pese omo ko tertiary institutions ekotwa eye university ne so ekotwa university so omo sua eye skill technical skill no or say eye na ban we e de krata atwa omo eba besi eye university technical universities nkwa miensa ewo Ghana ha senebeya eye mmebunu no omo pese omo toa amadesua so ewo Sebio University abreso eye technical no omo so benya sa university nako into ahye Ghana for bo say ono ne friend John Mahama no waye bi pen ma Ghana for engineering di munyina munjini di say omo esa ababe den ebesi 3 more universities ama Ghana for into mama eno so yemfa nto yekotodwem now oka bibi efa eye to ehun President Mahama eka bibi fa to ho na ede na oka fa to ho mama mbiem na kwase bi ankasa Kevin boa oka bibi fa to ho to de no o say I am pleased to inform this August House that for the first time since 2018 Tema Oil Refinery has commenced the processing of crude oil into petroleum products again. Kwame Nkrumah around the 1960s, I think, ena one Italians about together ena omusi a year Tema Oil Refinery. Under John Mahama 1, from 2012 to 2016, even from Atamil's time, proper from 2012 to 2016, John Mahama edi ewada kukoto to yenyina ihu adwuma omu ye na omu nane fango na ebua Ghana. John Mahama free power 2016. January 2017, the Kufuor taking over. January 2018, and a tour omuguno. Tema Oil Refinery and omuguno. And turn it tour into a tank farm. Napo, Canada Japan, Bawumia, Aya Ekufuado, Gabimo, turn it tour into a tank farm. In this art Breno. Ya di petrol bar, omo kofa petrol eba na omo be store omo ankasa petrol na omo ton Ghana buying. John Mahama be take power in 2025 January. And Menowoka say John Mahama say and wosu weni tia Menowoka say to Tema Oil Refinery and the NDC are buying omo refining over 40,000 liters a day. We are talking about 40,000 barrels of fuel. And John Mahama and John Mahama, the CEO of Tëårs is one of the new discoveries under this government. Wabe show Ghana for say, you can be young, but you can prove to Ghanaians to say, when you are given the job and you know what you are doing, you can do it. The young CEO of Tëårs, the top 10 CEOs are under NDC government. You cannot pick 5 without picking the CEO of Tëårs. The young man, very quiet, very simple, paying attention to detail, has proven to Ghana for say, you don't have to be 60 years. You don't have to be 50 years. You have to be in a decent age group to be committed and patriotic to work for your nation. And Tëårs works 24/7. And that is what John Mahama are instilling in the young people of Ghana. Sami Jemfi, you go to Tëårs, you go to BOST, you go to NPA, you go to all these very important state institutions. John Jenapo, you see all these young, humble people who are working hard. Humility, they are listening to people. They are not disrespecting people. They are showing intelligence and commitment to the job. They are serving the people. John Jenapo, the boss, CEO, the Tëårs CEO. You can talk about Sami Jemfi. You can talk about NYE. You can talk about what these are young people. Go to Mahama Kes, Obuobe Dakumo. Go to other agencies. These are people. Go to Forestry Department, Elekem Kotoko. These institutions, Jifa Gunumuna, they are working. You can see these young people are ready and willing to work for the people. Go to the health ministry. Share Ejuma Akando is doing very solid. My own and own. Only the Onya Korasa, Eriko Poku, El Capitano. When it comes to agric, and Ediania Busu Ghana, because of Eriko Poku, the experience. There be na videos and are buying for the first time in the history of Ghana. Ekuafobi blame more buying say aban aduane ne dɔɔso betobi. And so yɛtena ha ama under MPP. Kwasiafobi bɛka kyerɛ say planting for food and jobs. Omo de bɔdeɛ betum 20 ebegu nkran sɛ otumfo mfiri Kumase ɛmbɛtɔ bɔdeɛ wɔ nkran. Under MPP, under Mahamudu Bawumia, omo de kwasia policy bi ba omo say friend planting for food and jobs. Ye hu aduane baako. Under the leadership of Eriko Poku as the agric minister, Edwiania Buso is managing the system. He's trying to coordinate with farmers. And we are seeing bumper harvest. It is because of the collaboration and coordination between the agric ministry and the farming communities. And the 24-hour economy market neighbor, all these farmers, they can send it to this market. That is how you build a nation. And the Jomahama or say, and the Orca Sachrewi, Tëårs, Tema Oil Refinery, Juma. That was from John Dramani Mahama. John Mahama Kasafa Ejuma jobs. Let's go to John Mahama. He spoke on jobs. President 1 and then President 2. I will explain.
And according to the Ghana Statistical Services, over 1 million Ghanaians have found employment between quarter 1 and quarter 3 of 2025. Mr. Speaker, and 950,000 Ghanaians have escaped multidimensional poverty over the same period. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to report that our external position has strengthened significantly. By December 2025, our current account recorded a surplus of 9.1 billion, representing 8.1% of our GDP. This is a remarkable increase from 1.5 billion or 1.8% of GDP in 2024. These achievements have been driven by robust gold, cocoa, and non-traditional exports.
John Dramani Mahama and the Oka in some Efa Ejumahu. Na na MPP for Kokobo APA Jimmy. Say John Mahama say over 1 million jobs. Ebin see or see. Obeji eye banya akonya kese no as a government. The Okan say or see over 1 million jobs have been created, direct and indirect. Now or see between first quarter of 2025 and the third quarter of 2025. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. Now, so Obika said over 1 million, and the MPP for Nam Nomo Kasa, statistical service for a release statement. No, I must say, quarter 1 and 2, no, na over 300,000. So statistical services say over 330,000 jobs have been created from quarter 1 and 2. It means, say, if it is over 330,000, the possibility, say, by quarter 3, 2025, it is over 1 million. What's the big deal here? Comprehension, when you read the statistical service document itself, this is the executive summary. Statistical service, key labor market outcomes. Let me read it to you. Or say, in the third quarter of 2025, John Mahama Kasano, or say quarter 1 and quarter 3. Or say, in the third quarter of 2025, more than 15 million people participated in labor force. Where a statistical service document. Participated in labor force with approximately 87% employed. Now, when you're talking about 15 million people, 87% out of 15 million people, do the math. Now, when you go for it, it says this: employment increased by over 330,000. When they say employment increased by over 333,000, the first question you ask is, where was the employment number? And then where the 333,000 ever taught so? This is comprehension. Or say employment increased by over 330,000 persons between quarter 1 and quarter 3 of 2025, reflecting continued absorption of labor. Female employment consistently exceeded male employment throughout the period. Urban areas recorded higher employment levels than rural areas, while Greater Accra and Ashanti regions accounted for the largest shares of employed persons. So when you read the document from the Statistical Service said, employment increased by over 330,000 persons between Q1 and Q3 of 2025. So then you ask yourself, when they said the employment was over 330,000, the probability for we getting over 1 million people between Q1, Q2, Q3, it is possible. So what is the noise about? Is it comprehension? Because Statistical Service themselves said employment basically over 330,000. So if 87% of 50 million people were in the job market and then 87% were able to succeed, then it means that 330,000 people were added to the previous number, which the president HM, so over 1 million people got the job. Unless say MPP for Montebrofo, unless you don't understand grammar, unless you don't understand the comprehension, unless someone read it, it is basic, and this is an official document. So 1 million, when you say 330,000, it still means over 1 million, because the 330,000 is not a stagnant number. The Statistical Service could have said, only 330,000 people were employed between Q1, 2, and 3. But they didn't say that. They said over 330,000 persons between Q1 and 2. So they are making you understand the probability. So already idea MPs no more Jimmy. You just don't take a document and say, because John Mahama said over 1 million, it means nipa 1 million in Drew. When you read the document, the Statistical Service said number 2 million. Now say and the Obechero say 2 million a double R. He is going to tell you say job losses say and the nipa lose ejuma na nipa 1 million lose ejuma. Na last month Obekacho say nipa 1 million lose ejuma. Na say Osabekacho say nipa 1.3 lose ejuma. Obekacho say over 300,000 people were added to the unemployment rate. Meaning, Ocho said there is a significant number that is there already, and adding this number to the significant number. And into Obekacho said over 330,000. The probability that is 1 million, it is high. Into a comprehension, MPP for Jimmy. Into the Statistical Service for no Obekacho say, last month over 330,000 people were added to the unemployment rate. It means there was a number that over 330,000 was added. It could be 500,000 people were added to that base number. In some cases, there was an increase of 330,000. That means there was a number that the 330,000 and over was added for you to arrive at the final figure over 1.1 million. So the president was honest with Ghanaians. The president was reading from Statistical Service document. This is comprehension. Inti Abane created over 1 million jobs. And we have to all understand, the NDC government continuously, consistently, they have been honest with us. John Mahama has been honest. Already speech where we are, me who MPP Nibia, what me jana baby appointing number 5 said John Mahama boy. Nobody. Me who MPP Nibia, what me about out boldly to say John Mahama can weigh your boy. John Mahama can weigh your boy. All that they are saying, Abani a settings government. Abani way there. They cannot point to anything because the president has been consistent and he has been honest with Ghanaians. And that is what we have been asking for all these years. Campaign say NDC back to power. We needed a government that was going to be honest with the people. We needed a government that was going to tell the people the truth, no matter the circumstances we found ourselves in. And the government way to be taking a bold decision to take a decision on cocoa board, because we needed a government that is bold, that is ready to tell its people the truth. It is our reforms now about where they about cocoa board, and then in the next year, about changing the life of cocoa board and the farmers themselves. You always need a government that at a point will make very difficult decisions. At the end of the day, it will be painful, but at the long run, that decision will help every single person. And and I am so happy that John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, they have been consistent when it comes to they telling Ghanaians the truth about how Ghana is state etie.
PENDREAM TV now so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.